This is my third video on how to master manual mode with the DJI Avata 2, the DJI Avata, or the Neo. They're all about the same. The Neo's a little bit slower, but both of the Avatas fly about the same in manual mode. My first video outlines what to expect as far as the theory behind manual mode. The second video had a lot of training exercises that I know helped a lot of you by the comments that I received in the comment section below there. And I also received several different comments as far as the first comment that came around multiple times was, hey man, I can't see your hands on the remote controller. Well, I remedied that by making a stick cam here, so that's good. The second comment that came up a lot of the time had to deal with rates. In this video, we're going to cover rates. We're going to cover taking off and landing in manual mode as far as you can see what I'm doing on the remote controller now, where before you couldn't see that. We're also going to cover flips, rolls, and dives. Let me go ahead and get my goggles on and we'll get going with the rates. Now that I've got my goggles on and the Avata fired up, let's go ahead and go into the remote controller settings and go over a couple of things to just re-emphasize things that we talked about in the other video, as well as talk about rates. To get into the settings, push down on the 5D button, go down to settings, come down to controller, and then remote controller. The first thing that I want to talk about is button customization, which I talked about in my previous video. And I like to use the switch here on the remote controller to start the motors. And the reason I like that is because I use this for my other FPV quads, which don't have the double tap feature that the Avata does. The double tap works just fine, but if you set it up with a regular, or like, let's say a GEP RC FPV quad, that it's only one press, and I've accidentally hit it before and had the quad fall out of the sky, which is not good. So I've switched to the C2 button, and I use that on the DJI Avata, as well as my other FPV drones here. So what we're going to do is go on up here to gain an expo. Now these are the rates that I use all the time as far as the 190 center stick sensitivity, the 54 expo, and as you notice down here at the bottom on my yaw, I leave that the same pretty much for every profile that I have on every FPV that I use. The only thing that I'm going to change is this 600 here, which is the max rate. This is the number of degrees that the quad will rotate in 1 second of full stick deflection. For the Avata, 600 works well for me, but it's not necessarily going to work well for you. You might want it slower, you might find it too twitchy, you might want it faster if you're going to be doing some acrobatic tricks like we're going to be doing later on here in the video with doing some rolls and flips. If we're going to do rolls and flips, I would normally double it, so not double this rate, but double 360, so 720. So in a half a second, it's going to go one full revolution, which will give you more time to perform your tricks, and the timing is just a lot better as far as that's concerned. Now, what I was talking about rates, and these are the rates that I fly in. I'm very comfortable with them. I've used them for, I guess, a decade now. These were actually converted from Betaflight rates years ago when we went to the absolute rates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change my rates all the way down. I believe this will go down to 20 here. And I'm going to show you in flying the Avata here what it actually will do. So if we change our max rate to 20, and then I'm going to change the center stick sensitivity to 20 as well. So as you see here, we have the center stick sensitivity set at 20, and I'm going to go ahead and leave my yaw so I still have some control. But I want you all to see how the Avata reacts now that I have my stick cam here. So we're in normal mode. We'll go ahead and we'll put it in manual mode. I've got my camera set at 15 degrees. We're going to talk about taking off in manual mode at great length here, as well as landing in manual mode once we get through this exercise real quick here, this demonstration, I should say, about the rates. And there's Mr. Ant there in front of us. So we'll go ahead and we'll turn on the motors and scare the ant here, and we're going to go ahead and take off. Now, watch my fingers on the stick here. I'm at full stick deflection and it's barely moving it. Now I'm pulling way back on it. If I go to the right, that's full stick deflection. Am I able to fly? Yes, I am. Is it comfortable? If I didn't have the yaw set, this would actually be very dangerous as far as I'm concerned. But you're seeing, even when I'm yawing, I'm having to give it full deflection here to get it to work. So at the end of the day, can you fly with pretty much any rate? The answer to that is absolutely yes. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and use my Avata here and hit the pause button because I can. And then what we're going to do is change our rates back here while we just let that guy fly over there. In the sake of time, I went ahead and landed the Avata and changed my rates back to what they were originally. So we have the 600 max rate and the 190 center stick. Now what I want to do is talk about taking off in manual mode. Now when we take off in manual mode, we want to give it a goodly amount of throttle when we take off, because if you don't, this is what happens. We'll go ahead and we'll switch it to manual mode here. We'll start the motors, and then if I just give it a little bit of throttle, we get a lot of prop wash, and then as you see, it just travels all over the place. So you don't want to be timid on the throttle when you take off. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the motors back on, and then we're just going to give it a little boost up off, and then as you see, it flies very nicely. So when you take off, don't be shy on the throttle. Just get on the throttle. About half throttle on the Avata here seems to work just fine. Now when we're landing here, we want to come in, pick our landing spot, get over it, drop the throttle and cut the throttle at the same time and just kind of let it fall a little bit there. So we'll turn on the motors, give it a goodly amount of throttle so it lifts off. We'll go ahead and circulate our course here one more time. And then we'll come back to our landing pad. We'll get close, we'll kind of run in here, and then we just chop the throttle. So that works pretty good. That's what works for me. If somebody else has a different idea on how to do this, please leave me a comment below and I'll definitely answer it. But this is the way I've always done it, and I've seen other people do it as well. The next thing that I want to touch on, now that you can see my hands here in the stick cam, is hovering in manual mode. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take off in manual mode here. So we're in manual mode. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take off. And then let's go over here to this gate so we have a reference point here. And now that you all can see my hands, it makes it a little easier. You can see I'm giving it right and left, a little back. Now I'm up on the throttle a little bit. So you're constantly making adjustments. So this is a good exercise to practice because altitude and throttle control is the key. That's how you're able to go through gates like this. So if we go down and we're going to run through these gates here, these gates are going downhill and then back uphill. And you saw I gave it a little bit of right rudder there, as they call it. So we'll come back up here and we'll go back through them again. Now, one trick that you can do to learn is go ahead and go through the gate, up over, down through, up over the next gate and down through, and that helps you with your throttle control. So that's a good exercise as well, and hopefully that helps you out as far as just standard exercises to practice to gain throttle control and to be able to go through gaps, because gaps are the fun part here. So practice increasing your speed as you go through the gaps. Now, the main point of this video here, other than recapping on that, is to learn how to do a couple of other tricks. So the first trick we want to do is we want to go ahead and, or not necessarily a trick, but a different maneuver as they call it. We're going to go ahead and do a dive. So I'm up here at 350 feet, I'm totally off the throttle, and I'm heading straight down to the ground. Now I'm going to slightly come up on the throttle. You don't want to be rough on the throttle, you just want to give it smooth up on the throttle, nothing jerky. So we're going to go back on up here. And I would recommend getting up fairly high. As you can see, I'm 350 feet, and then you just nose over. I'm totally off the throttle. I can give it yaw if I want, and then we're just going to go ahead and give it throttle and come out. So that's just a matter of practice and coming on the throttle and off the throttle. But remember, while you're diving, you can still have full control even though you're totally not on the throttle itself there. The next exercise that we want to practice is a roll. And our rate is set at 600, and earlier I said I wanted to have it at like 720. So let's go ahead and we're going to hit pause here on the Avata. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to go down into settings, control, remote control, gain and expo. And then we're going to go here, and I'm just going to jump this up a little bit so we have double the, so in 1 second it goes 2 revolutions. So now we're all the way back out. We'll go ahead and we'll put it in sport mode, then back to manual mode. Now, to do a roll or a flip, what you want to do is control your throttle. If you were to roll all the way upside down right now with the current throttle position, it's going to drive it into the ground. We certainly don't want to drive this thing into the ground. What we want to do is practice blipping the throttle, as I call it. So you're going to give it a little bit of throttle, then off, throttle, off, throttle, off. When we're off the throttle, then we're going to give it roll to the right or to the left, and that's going to make our roll. So we're going to blip the throttle around, and I didn't go quite, so we'll just, and this is just a matter of muscle memory. So you go up, and I'm still falling short today, so up. So that's how you do a roll. A flip is exactly the same thing, but using the other axis. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back over here a little bit. We'll face back down the runway here. I'm going to come down a little bit in altitude here. Starting to get a little windy here today. So we're going to blip the throttle up and then over and down. So that's a roll there. So you blip, roll, and then I always kind of overcorrect and go back forward so I can continue to go forward. But everybody's piloting skills are different, and the Avata is not really a great craft to be doing this with. You pretty much want to be using a freestyle quad. And if you're interested in any freestyle quads, I'll put some link to some GEP RC quads that I personally own and have been pleased with over the years themselves. So in the sake of time for this video, I'm just going to go ahead and throw this thing in the park. And if you've made it this far in the video, I really would appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up and maybe subscribe for more content like this. I really do appreciate y'all watching. Please leave me a comment below. I will definitely answer the comments. And thanks again for watching. We really appreciate it.